Hi, welcome back to Dreamgirl. This is lesson 5 and 6, in fact, 6. And today we're going to be looking at blockages. The reason why we want to focus on blockages is because as we looked at the last few lessons, the importance of the subconscious mind and the programming that we have in there, that we have had in there all our lives, needs to be broken. It needs to be reversed. And reversing that is actually the trick of the trade. Reversing it is also a rethinking. It's not something that we're used to doing, and it's not something that comes naturally. And it's something that we haven't really tried and tested before. So it requires the faith to say, okay, this is how we're actually going to change the patterns that we find ourselves in. And when we look at the subconscious and reprogramming it, it's a journey. So, you will start seeing differences straight away. I did. But because it's a journey, it's a beautiful journey. But you will, looking back 3 months later, you will think, wow, okay, I have changed so much. 6 months later, a year later, so further down the track, the old self just becomes, so far removed from who you are, because your patterns have changed and your subconscious programming is no longer the same that it was before, when you thought, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not funny, I'm not great, I'm not whatever the world wanted us to be. But over the course of our lives, as we have had some of the damaging programming that has damaged our confidence, our self-esteem, our self-image, our success trajectory, essentially, it's left some marks. And it's like the scars that, over time they've healed, wounds have healed, but the scars are still there. We also experience some scarring within our energy, and that's a blockage. That's called a blockage because we established how important it is to live in a constant state of flow. And as we do that, as we want to flow, that energy that wants to flow through all of our different chakras and, cells, that energy gets blocked at certain stages, because the energy that goes through our body is the energy that is created in our mind. So remember, we looked at the word psychosomatic, and how something that is going on in our mind is also something that is affecting our body, because our mind is our body. And this, going back to the Greek origin, psycho being the mind and soma being the body, psychosomatic is us, the being that we are. Mind, body, brain, everything that we are, every cell in ourselves, in us, is part of our mind, part of our thinking. And these blockages are there to obstruct the flow. And sometimes what happened to me was a beautiful friend of mine started doing Reiki and used me as a guinea pig and changed my life. So even the first session that she ever did on me, just completely threw me, and I haven't been the same since. I am so grateful for all the work that she's done on me. She is just brilliant, but I know it really, really works. And I can recommend Reiki to anyone or any kind of energy healing, because when we have blockages, depending on what area they're in our body, it is telling us where our mind has had some setbacks. For me, it was all about the solar plexus and my throat chakra. And at the time, I thought it had something to do with my thyroid and, some blockages, but it wasn't. It was really, because I could see the difference. So the blockage in the solar plexus, she said to me, it was all to do with self-esteem. Okay? So that's why we did previous lesson, the importance of self-esteem. My self-esteem over the years had just got knocked and knocked and knocked, because I was in a loop where I attracted lower vibration people into my life, and I had relationships with those people in my life. And those people, when you're living with somebody on a low vibration, that just drags down your vibration. And so I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and I was very, very unhealthy at one point. And I also noticed that because of my low self-esteem, never thinking that, I'm allowed to speak up, because when I did speak up, it was just, ignored, and that was the kindest of all reactions. My throat chakra was also blocked, because this was my communication. And I wasn't surprised to hear that, because looking at my life, I really had so little self-esteem in the grand scheme of things, that I would allow certain situations to continue in my life without being able to speak up. And so you swallow your pain, you swallow. And those blockages were removed in just one 20-minute Reiki session with a goddess, obviously. She knows what she's doing, but it is absolutely possible to free yourself from those blockages. And I behaved differently after that. So I wouldn't knock it. I would really focus on kind of going to an energy healing, just looking at, or even just going on YouTube and, putting in any kind of Reiki things. And I've got some links there for you that you can try in the exercises, because once you assess where your blockages are, and once you get them removed, you are bringing in that energy flow again. And the energy gets to flow through you. And not only will you feel better, you will also see a difference. So the difference for me was that suddenly I was so much more appreciative of me, and I could see my value as a being, as a human being. That self-esteem came back. And as that self-esteem came back, you couldn't stop me. Blah, 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 blah. I will share my thoughts, and I'm not holding back. I don't hold back thinking that, what will they think of me? Because it doesn't matter. I am true to myself. I'm authentic in what I say is what I believe. And I no longer feel the need to hold back. And I wrote, Call Me Crazy. I wrote that book within 7 days. This is how much my voice came back. So everything that had stayed dormant for so many years, because I didn't think I should tell anyone anything about me, because no one cares. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people care. It doesn't matter if people want to hear what I have to say. I still want to say it. And that part of, releasing kind of the throat chakra and the solar plexus was huge for me. So I can highly recommend that anything that's out there that can help you remove your blockages, it will just speed up the process of getting you to how you want to feel. And you want to feel the best you can possibly feel in every part of your mind, and your body. Remembering that there is no difference. Your mind is your body. Your mind, your soul, your body. We're all one. And that alignment is what is going to give you the environment of high vibrations, as long as you keep high vibrations for your alignment of mind, body, and soul. So fulfilling the purpose, what you're here to do, what it is you want to follow. And for me, it was just rediscovering, how much I love writing poetry. Rediscovering that, and something that helped me throughout my teenage life, throughout, my youth and all my heartbreak and unrequited love. Poetry always helped me, and I just forgot about it. I haven't written poetry in 10 or 15 years, and I've come back to it now because I found my voice, and it just makes me happy. It makes me happy to be able to look at life and to put it in words that to me make sense. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope I can inspire you to really work out who can help you out there, even if it's just YouTube. Honestly, YouTube is my savior. Or find a beautiful friend like I have who can do Reiki, who can do energy healing on you and for you. There are a lot of people practicing out there, and the results are magnificent. So take care of your blockages in order to help your energy flow, because remember, it's all about the energy. It's all about how we're feeling, and making sure we feel amazing and we feel high vibrational consistently is what's going to start changing the environment that we're in and bringing us beautiful experiences that can keep us flowing on that high vibration level and keep those blockages away. So with all that in mind, I hope you enjoyed the exercises set out for you in workbook for lesson 6, and I will see you next time. Dream on, girl. Dream girl. Bye.